For the last 7 years, the Toyota RAV4 hasn't just been a car, it's been a financial decision. It's the SUV people buy when they don't want to think about their car for the next decade. But for 2026, Toyota has done something radical. They have officially killed the pure gasoline engine, moved exclusively to the 5th-gen hybrid system, and introduced a software platform that could either be a genius move or a technician's worst nightmare. I'm here at Car Care Academy, and today we are tearing down the 6th generation 2026 RAV4. We're looking at the massive jump in power, up to 324 horsepower in the PHEV, the new DC fast charging capabilities, and a major reliability concern regarding the new 0W8 oil requirements that Toyota isn't telling you in the TV commercials. If you are planning to spend your hard-earned money on a 2026 model, you need to watch this entire breakdown because the RAV4 you knew is gone. Let's talk about the heart of the beast. For 2026, the LE gas model is history. Every single RAV4 is now a hybrid. In the USA, the standard hybrid now utilizes the Toyota Hybrid System 5, THS5. This pairs the 2.5-liter dynamic force engine with a more compact, higher output lithium-ion battery. The result? 236 net combined horsepower for AWD models, an 11% jump over last year. Now, for my UK and European viewers, listen closely. Because of tightening Euro 7 emission standards, your power delivery is tuned differently. While the US gets a punchy acceleration profile, the UK icon and design trims focus on maximum thermal efficiency, pushing closer to 47 miles per gallon UK, but with a slightly more relaxed 190 horsepower output. If you want speed in the UK, you have to go for the plug-in hybrid, which Toyota UK is now branding as the ultimate RAV4. Speaking of the plug-in hybrid, PHEV, it is the star of the 2026 lineup. It produces a staggering 324 horsepower. To put that in perspective, that's more power than an old V6 Camry. It hits 60 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds. But the real news is the DC fast charging. Previously, charging a RAV4 Prime PHEV took hours. Now with the new CCS port on the Woodland and XSE trims, you can go from 10% to 80% in about 30 minutes at a public charger. This effectively turns the RAV4 into a part-time EV that you can actually road trip without range anxiety. Step inside and you'll see where Toyota spent most of their budget. The 2026 cabin finally feels premium. Gone is the chunky dated plastic from 2019. You now have a standard 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster on all trims, even the base LE. But the real talk is the 12.9-inch central touchscreen powered by Toyota's new Arene software platform. Arene is a big deal. It's Toyota's answer to Tesla. It allows the car's safety systems, infotainment, and even the engine tuning to be updated over the air, OTA. This is great for fixing bugs, but as a mechanic, it worries me. We are seeing more software-defined vehicle glitches in 2026 than ever before. If your screen goes black, you lose your climate controls, your navigation, and your backup camera. Toyota has kept physical knobs for volume, thank God, but almost everything else is now behind a glass panel. One thing to watch for, the digital key feature. You can now use your iPhone or Android to start the car. It's convenient, but in the UK, where relay theft is a major issue, I highly recommend disabling the proximity unlock unless you live in a very secure area. The 2026 model has improved encryption, but hackers are always one step ahead. Now, let's get into the stuff the salesman won't tell you. Reliability. Toyota has a legendary reputation, but the 2026 model introduces a few firsts that you need to be cautious about. First, the 0W8 oil requirement. Yes, you heard that right. Not 0W20, not even 0W16. This engine uses oil that has the consistency of water. Toyota does this to squeeze out that extra 1 or 2 miles per gallon to satisfy government regulators. From a lubrication standpoint, this leaves very little shear protection if the engine gets too hot. If you are towing 3,500 pounds with your Woodland Edition in a Texas summer or a hilly part of the UK, that thin oil is under massive stress. My advice: Forget the 10,000-mile free maintenance interval. Change that oil every 5,000 miles if you want this engine to see 200,000 miles. Second, the braking system. For 2026, Toyota introduced a new electronically controlled brake system, ECB. It uses on-demand pressurization to make the transition between regenerative braking, the electric motors, and physical braking, the pads and rotors, feel seamless. It feels great to drive, but it's a fly-by-wire system. It is incredibly complex to bleed and service. This isn't a job you can do in your driveway with a basic wrench anymore. You'll need a high-end scan tool to initialize the system. Third, the rear motor, MGR. On AWD models, there is no drive shaft connecting the front to the back. It's a dedicated electric motor on the rear axle. We call this E4 AWD. It's great for snow and rain, but it's not a Jeep. Don't take this rock crawling. The rear motor only produces about 89 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty for getting out of a slippery driveway, but not enough for serious off-roading. How much is this going to cost you? Because the gas engine is dead, the floor has been raised. In the USA, the 2026 RAV4 hybrid starts at $33,410. If you want the adventure look, the Woodland Edition, which comes with raised suspension and Rigid Industries LED fog lights, will set you back $39,900. In the UK, prices are steeper due to VAT and higher import costs. The entry-level Icon starts around £38,500, while a fully loaded GR Sport PHEV can easily tickle £52,000. That is luxury car money. At £50,000, you have to ask, why am I not buying a Lexus NX or a BMW X3? The best value trim for 2026. It's the XLE Premium USA or the Design UK. It gives you the 18-inch wheels, the power liftgate, and the upgraded Softex seats without the $50,000 price tag of the Limited or GR Sport. So here's the bottom line. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 is the most advanced, most powerful, and most fuel-efficient RAV4 ever built. If you want the latest tech and you care about 44 miles per gallon, it's a no-brainer. However, if you are an old-school Toyota fan who wants a simple machine that you can fix yourself, this is not that car. Between the Arene software, the 0W8 oil, and the fully electronic braking system, this is a highly complex computer on wheels. If you can still find a brand new 2025 gas-only model on a dealer lot, it might be the last simple SUV Toyota ever makes. It's cheaper, easier to maintain, and proven. But if you're ready for the future, the 2026 is a masterpiece of engineering. Just promise me one thing: change your oil every 5,000 miles. What do you think? Is the 2026 RAV4 worth the price jump, or has it become too complicated? Drop a comment below. I'm curious to see what the USA versus UK audience thinks about the death of the gas engine. If you found this deep dive helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to Car Care Academy. We've got the 2026 Honda Prelude review coming up next, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.